What's going on, guys and girls? Rob here, and I'm in the process of showing all the cars that we've got in my YouTube racing league, our racing league, however way you want to put it. Every car that we've got out here racing that's going to race. What's up, Sean? We got a few more than I thought. 43 is as many spots as obviously the board holds. Tabletop Sports Delaware, he's here. We got a few more than originally thought. And Dale, what's up? And I definitely want to show every car off. I want to make sure everybody that wants a car is in the league. I've got them all spread out. Now the difference is, let me show you last year's cards, okay? This is the TV drivers for last year. Look at the color. You can't. Does anyone have video? Clarify that. That's more of an orangish color, orange tint, but they're all TV drivers, so I'm gonna have to highlight some of them. Does anyone have videos? Can Chris not see me? Chris may not be able to see me. Dale, Sean, can you guys see me? My video's not working, I guess. Do I need to restart it? Dale can see me. Can Sean see me? If Sean can see me and Dale can see me, then we have a problem with Chris can't see me. Okay, I'm good. Okay. All right. So this is what we're doing. I'm trying to make sure all the cars, and I have some cars from last year as well, that I drew up as well. Okay. Okay. Tabletop just got me. All right. Here are the cars that we've got, and you won't believe the amount that's going to start the season. We may add on a car or two. I hope this is everybody. But if I missed somebody, if somebody's got a note stating, Rob, you should have this car, let's add on to it. Let's first go to the cars that I had from last season. Okay. I'm going to start with Tribe Fan, Tim Tribe Fan. He had the number 26 car. So Tribe Fan, you're in. Anthony's wife, Anthony Crooks, Bleacher Bums Gaming, he got his wife Candy in. She's in the number 68 car. She's in. Yours truly, I got my 18 car. Everybody knows I'm a Kyle Busch fan, so I'm in. Michael B. You wanted your number 1 car? You've got it. Michael B., you're back in this year. Glenn B. wanted a sharp red 23 car. Glenn B., you're in again this year. Amish Elvis, 00. Amish Elvis, you're in again this year. ID Jester, nearly won a championship last year. 77 car. You're in again. Hammer Time, unusual looking car, but it's very cool looking. 34. Hammer Time, you are in again. Ken Castro, my friend, 92 car. You are back in. You're in again. Chris, Tabletop Sports Delaware. I think he was our champion last year. 76. You're in again. Bobby Catalano, the number 20 car, very sharp looking car. You're in again. Paul Govier. We see Paul once in a while on our channel, not a lot. 55. Paul, you're back in. D. Scott Howard, the number 13 car. You're back in. You're in again. Dave Little, Mr. Basketball and Mr. Wrestling. 45. Sharp looking red car. My wife Darla, She loves her number 14. That's her lucky number. So 14 it is. Robbie Wartburg. Robbie Wartburg. He wanted a nice bright yellow car. He's got number 25. David Demos, baseball demos, sharp looking car, green and yellow, 17. Fast Eddie Chilton, otherwise known as Bleacher Bums or Anthony Crooks, he's got the 9 car. All right. Keith Avalon, what color car could we give Keith? Of course, the red, white, and blue number 1 car. Glenn P. He's got the purple 4 car. Devin OG. Devin, thanks a lot. He was the one that did the cars for us last year. Number 28 car. Very sharp looking car there. Then I created 3 during the season last year. I met up with my good friend, and he's still my very good friend, Alan Shaw. He's got the number 11 car. Met up with Steve R. Steve R has a number 25 car, kind of greenish color. And Bob B. History Maker Baseball's favorite and very own Bob B. 69 car. Okay. Now, if you haven't been keeping count, we'll do a count in a little while. But that's what we had last year. How about let's add on 14 more cars for season 2? Big Don Heston. Big Don, you've got the number 5 car. MP Fox, we catch you on here once in a while. The number 12 car. The Colorado Kid himself, 27 car. Philip Reynolds. Philip just got in with me the last couple of days. 64 car. Iron Horse got in touch with me. He said he wanted an all-black car. So well, that's pretty cool looking. How about a 15 car? A little wild looking. JB Gorman. We see JB. We see Brian Gorman in here all the time. He wanted to go by JB Gorman here. And the 79 car is JB Gorman. Sean D. Sean D just recently got his wrench in my room here. He's in the 33 car. Festus Gerber. He's got the 25 car. BR Wells. He got in touch with me really early this year. I hadn't seen BR in the last a little bit, but he's got the 62 car. We'll get him back in here. Danny and Gray. We saw Danny and Gray last night. His favorite driver is Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson for years drove the Target car, you know, the red and white one. We did our best there that we could. The 42 car for Danny and Gray. Gray is his son. Harris Jessup. He won the 81 car. He's got the 81 car. Michael P. wanted a 73 car. He's got the 73 car. Dale Lonsberg. Dale Lonsdale. Dale, I'm thinking maybe he wanted the Eagle Green for the Eagles. Well, I didn't really have a real nice dark green, but I know how the Eagles uniform used to look years ago, kind of a not quite as dark. Let's go with this color right here. How about that, Dale? 66 car. Maybe he's a Berge fan. I don't know. I think that's Bill Berge. I may be wrong. I'm not real learned on the Eagles, but yeah, I went with the old green, like the old green back in the 70s and 60s and stuff like that. Double D got in touch with me at the end of last season, just as we were finishing up season 1, and I actually found a piece of paper just recently that Double D wanted, and he just wanted just a straight up black car. So I just kept it. The roof white and just made him a number 2 car with a black number 2 car. All right. So let's count out exactly how many cars we got. 37 maybe. Yeah, Bergie was 66. I think we have 37 cars, guys. So if anybody last second wants in on this is, I don't normally do it, but I'm going to give you 24 extra hours. Simply get in touch with me. Now, that does not mean um, that you can have a second entry. Don't do that. Okay. Don't put, well, I'm going to put my nickname or whatever, my second favorite car number. Don't do that to us. Okay. We won't just straight up one car for each participant. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Comes like 20 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's add on our other people. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like it's 30 to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you are, Philip. He's just getting in the room. 5, 6, 7, 8. 38 entries. 15 lap races. Yeah, 15 lap races for 38 cars. Now, I've been chewing on how I want to work this situation, because I realized I said early on that number 6, the role of 6 was going to be a zoom through the field, or a hot driver or whatever. I'm thinking seriously about making like the top group only number 1, second group, middle group only number 2, and the back group only number 3. But I'm still trying to work out the details there. Might still do duels rather. Okay, and if you champs are allowed to pit, 38 cars, a lot of good cars there. It really is. I'm trying to come up with a way that can make it maybe where it won't be boring, where number 1 and 2 is top, 3 and 4 is middle, and the back's 4 and 5. I mean 5 and 6. Maybe something where at least one car in the pack has a chance to move through the field and just cut through the field like mad. I don't know exactly how we may do that yet. I'm still trying to come up with something. I've been thinking about it and been thinking about different ways we can do that. But we definitely are going to have 38 starting, but I guarantee you we will not have 38 cars finish these races. Just way too many accident chances. It really is. And, you just, to win a championship, and Chris will tell you, you just can't fall out of the races. If you fall out of the races, it's just doom, it's doom, especially 15 races. I've been trying to think of a special way to maybe do things too, to where you can win a championship. I, I don't want to start. I don't want to go 15 races and then go with the 15 winners. That slims a field down a lot. You don't even have a back group at all. You just have to, but I guess we could go a 10. There's a lot of ways we could do it. Yeah, there's a lot of ways I can do it. It's not going to be a problem to figure out what we're going to do 1 through 6. We know number 1 is going to be the top group. It's just a matter if we're going to make 1 and 2 the top group, because it's only 7 cars up there. My thing is, I want the ones 20th and back to have a chance to move up. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be the thing right there. How can we figure a way to make it to where you can move from the back to the front not easily, but at least have a chance. You know what I'm saying? Have a fighter's chance. We don't want you in the back the whole race, and only have one, one turn back there, and then it not be what you need. So we'll figure out something. We're gonna try to figure out some kind of way that tries to evenly distribute the chances for the front and the back to try to move around a little bit. Obviously, there's only going to be 2 pit stops in the whole race. I think I'm going to make them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do that. But I kind of want to make it where it's even across the board. I don't want to penalize somebody for being up front. You see what I'm saying? So I may try to do 1, 2, and 3, and then find something else for 4, 5, and 6. Totally different. And but yeah, that's what I don't want to penalize it, but I just don't want to make it where you don't ever get your role that way. So and you know, um, you know, I don't know what blazing driver. Maybe we'll have a role for blazing driver, and just like, okay, I'm ready to go through there. Duels. I don't want to. How I say it nice. I don't want to. I guess could do that. Um, I don't want to really quote unquote have duels so much because I think everybody in the community is fine and cool with everybody, but the first chance you have, it's something happens, and then it's like, okay, these two got into it, and then all of a sudden they fall back to the back or whatever. It's making it look like these people don't get along. So I don't really want to do it that way so much. But red hot driver, I will think of something. I've had my mind on the pulse of things here the last little bit. So 38 drivers, 38 drivers, unbelievable. I mean, we could. Chris will tell you. Last year we had problems just signing up 15, and then by the end of the season, people were watching and watching and watching, and by the time the last couple races took place, everyone fist fights for their position. It should be fun. It really should be. We were talking about maybe exaggerating some things for the people that won races last year, but I got thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? Let's just keep things the way they are. And that way, if Chris can repeat, that would be awesome. If not, then we have a second time champion. But yeah, I've actually got the old original cards before OG and Chris got me their cards. I've got mine in there somewhere too. But I raced with these bad boys there for a while. It was crazy. That's just nuts. But yeah, eventually I hope to have all of them printed out and sharp looking and everything. And it should be a lot of fun. Anybody that's a red, white, and blue fan or has the game, if you would like to know everybody that I have, I can actually do a video and tell you each quality for each person. I would do that for you. That way, if you want to create your own drivers, you can do it yourself, and you can do it on your own channel, or you can do it at home. Either way, but finish with a non-points all-star race. We'll race one. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. When the festivities start, we're gonna start after maybe Super Bowl weekend. It's gonna be a couple weeks. I'm going to Philly in a couple weeks myself. I want to. Yeah, this is all coming off. So you won't believe it. I'm gonna lose 10 pounds. Get my hair all cut and taking off and going up there. They did. Oh, I thought they said they were not going to cancel the classes for the game, Sean. They originally said they were not going to cancel classes. But today's football game should be really, really a lot of fun. I'm with Sean. I can't wait. Thanks, Chris. Okay. I can't wait till tomorrow. I made a bet with a guy um, in my local Moose Lodge. And am I going to win my bet? Am I going to lose my bet? Let me tell you what the bet was. I'm not going to tell you which team I got. One of us gets Clemson plus 10 points, and the other one gets LSU. So, uh, who would you rather be? Would you rather have Clemson at the start, you get 10 points, or you add 10 points to Clemson's total, or would you rather have LSU at the deficit? And we bet $25 on it's all we bet. It wasn't a huge bet at all, but um, and that's what I took. I took LSU. I took LSU in that game. I sure did. And then um, me and Philip Reynolds have a little bet for payoff pitch baseball. Neither one of us own it. And it's going to be for the basic game. I don't know if we don't have to include seasons, I guess, but whatever you get with the basic game of payoff pitch baseball, that with the number one overall pick, I say the Bengals take a quarterback, and he's saying the Bengals will take a wide receiver. Yeah, Shaq went to LSU. They're not going to shut down Clemson that good. They've got a few holes. LSU still got some, they have some deficits. Their linebackers are a little weak, and their defensive backs are pretty good though. But they can. We'll see what happens. A lot of people think Clemson is going to throw the ball down the field a lot on LSU. 30+ yards a bunch of times. I just don't think you can live and die by that the whole game. If you do that, you're gonna fall short. I think. 2 football games today. We've got an early game. It's going to be the AFC. Houston at Kansas City. Last look, it was 9.5 points was the favorites, and that's too much. That is way too much. I said that yesterday about Baltimore. They were favored by 9.5. Yeah, I'm with you, Sean. I think LSU, and that's what I said about the 49ers yesterday. I said, look, 49ers will eventually pull away. They were only a 7-point favorite, and they won by what? 27. I mean 17 rather. 17. I'm sorry, not 27. 27-10. But they eventually pulled themselves away. Kansas City, I just don't see where they're going to pull away from this Houston team unless Houston quarterback Kevin Stefanski is head coach. Anybody know who Kevin Stefanski was? Was he the lineman for the Cowboys a few years ago? Kevin Stefanski. I'm not sure. Nobody wanted a college coach this year. Nobody wanted a college coach. But I think, as long Vikings offensive coordinator. Oh, that's why they had to wait. That's why they waited. He's probably agreed to that, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. That's right. The Panthers have a coach. Panthers have a coach. They got Matt Rule. Yeah. They got him from Baylor. Matt Rule. Yeah. Panthers have their coach. That's everybody. That's everybody that's fired everybody. Yeah, they got Baylor's coach. Yeah. But now Baylor has to find a coach. They haven't found theirs yet, but they're in no hurry. But Yeah, I just don't. It's all dependent upon. Oh, he's the only college coach. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. The Panthers went with college coach. You're right. You're right. Okay. Um, my bad. Um, I just, Deshaun Watson's going to have to make a lot of stupid mistakes, I think, for them to lose by more than 9.5 points. That's my opinion. Now he's capable of doing it, but let me also preface it by saying this: the kid for Kansas City is just as apt to make as many mistakes as Lamar Jackson did. I said yesterday, I said Jackson is the MVP. He deserves to be the MVP. But don't go putting him up here as one of the quote unquote elite quarterbacks. No, don't go that far yet. No, he's an MVP. Josh McDaniels, he's probably going to end up staying. He's probably going to end up staying put. But don't go putting them up on that. Yeah, a lot of quarterbacks have one great year, but Lamar Jackson, don't go putting him in the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. He's not that good, and neither is the kid from Kansas City. He's more than capable of screwing up anything. When you lose to the Browns, like the Ravens did, you know, don't come calling me and telling me, well, I've got to, this is the best quarterback. No. He's got flaws in this game, and so does the kid. So does the kid from Kansas City. He has flaws in his game too. Now he has a ton of weapons. Granted, he has a ton of weapons, but Travis Kelce may not play today. If Kelce doesn't play, that changes the whole dynamic of the way the Chiefs play. Granted, Andy Reid, he's big on preparation. He prepares the team really well. He just sucks at clock management. That's his number one problem. When they got rid of him in Philadelphia, they couldn't believe, how bad he was at clock management. But if they got somebody out there who can help him with the clock, he's in pretty good shape because he is a real good evaluator of talent. And then the evening game, I've said all along, I think Seattle beats Green Bay. Green Bay has played a lot of 17-14 games, 20 to 19 games, 21 to 20 games. I just think Seattle is going to find a way to get the ball in the end zone. Seattle has a better defense, no doubt about that. Their offense is not stale by any stretch, and Green Bay's offense, I think, is overrated. I really do. I don't think they have the weapons. They got more weapons than maybe New England has, but not a lot more. They don't have a whole lot of people to throw it to. The weather could be bad. It's going to be really cold. So, will that affect the Seahawks? Probably a little bit. Probably going to be a real low-scoring game. And I think that's right. I doubt it'll go 28-21. I don't even think they'll score that much. The winning team may score 20, but I don't think both teams score 20. I think it's going to be a really low-scoring game. I think the punters are going to have and kickers are going to have a lot to do in this game. Is it snowing in Green Bay right now, Dale? Okay, but I think that's going to be a big part of it. And after you play today, you only have 6 days to prepare. Oh, you got 7 days to prepare for 49ers, whoever you are. I really, really don't like the winner of the NFC tonight playing the 49ers next week. I really don't, because that cold weather will wear you out. It takes a couple days to get over that. Going out there playing in the cold, and it's supposed to be about 15 degrees and feel like 4 degrees or 3 degrees. Yeah, they're going to have game time of 20. So it's probably going to fit. Yeah. And that's 6 o'clock, which is 5 for them. 6:30 rather. Yeah. By the time it gets 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight, no, I'm telling you, they're going to have a lot of injuries on that field. The field's not my favorite field for them to play on anyway. It's not a real good grass field. It's a lot of dirt. And, these are not teenagers going out behind a church playing out there in the snow. These are guys 30, 32, 35, 37, 38 years old. You get hit a couple times out there, you don't like it. So I got a feeling the 49ers are in pretty good shape. Now, granted, I can't stand Richard Sherman. I'm sorry. I get so tired of listening to his mouth. It's a shame because I like the way the 49ers play, but I just get so tired of listening to some of these guys yap off and yap off and yap off. I'm like, really? Can't you just yeah, it's going to be mean tonight. But I like Seattle in that ball game. It's going to be low scoring though. I may have picked a higher score earlier in the week, but I think it's going to be real low scoring game. Every field goal you can get, you need to take it. So don't pull stupid reports say weather will not be an issue. As of yesterday, it wasn't snowing there, so I'll double check myself and see how much if it's if I get any accumulation or not. But they can't be stupid like a coach for the Eagles. And every time fourth down comes around, I know it can. And we'll see. They can't go for it on every fourth down. You just can't do that. You got to take your field goal when you get the chance at it. 3 points. 3 points is not bad in a game like that. But we'll see what happens. I like Seattle in that game. The other game, I like Kansas City. It's going to snow at 9 o'clock. Well, that won't be an issue there. And if it's 9 p.m., it's not going to be an issue. If it's 9 a.m., it's going to be an issue, which it's already past 9 a.m. But if Sean looked at it and says it's going to snow at 9 p.m. tonight, that's not going to be much of an issue. The game for them will be almost over with by then. But both games yesterday. Let's be for real about it. Both games at halftime, I think we kind of figured who the heck was going to win. Baltimore tried to have a comeback, but they just didn't have it in them. And Minnesota, they fizzled out in the second half big time. I mean, at halftime it was 14-10. But still, I was feeling good about the 49ers at halftime. Yeah. That's pretty rough temperatures. It's pretty rough temperatures. We're going to see what happens. It'll be fun to watch it. I'm sure the 49ers are like, let's go to 4 overtimes, and play to midnight. That's what they're hoping for, I'm sure. They would love to see that, and let's let them just wear each other out. But I'll have my AFC and NFC championship picks